Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone is doing well during these unprecedented times. And today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be doing the first of what I hope to be quite a fair few model railway reviews. I have set up a temporary test track in the living room, which you'll see shortly, and we will go through various items and members of the fleet that haven't been seen before. So, to get to it, today we're going to be looking at something a little bit different. This is the only member of my fleet that is European. It is a class, I think it's a BR or Class BR, one of the two, 189. Forgive me if I'm wrong. Euro Sprinter, again, forgive me if I'm wrong. My knowledge of European trains is very limited. But this came into a place where I used to work. To cut a long story short, I used to work at a rather popular model railway shop for around 9 months before I got my job on the railways. And while I was working there, these items came up from time to time in the pre-owned section, and every now and then things came up that were just too good to turn down and I'd jump on them. This is one of them. So it's got my name on it because it was reserved for me, so that's me, I'm Matt. This is the best part about it though, the price, £40. The 57469 is the product number and LN stands for like new. I've put a post-it stamp over the rest of the label because it's got the one of the internal stickers from the place I used to work, and it's got like people's names on it and stuff, and that's not needed to be seen on YouTube. So let's get into it. So before we go any further, I'm going to apologise. Every day since God knows how long, my neighbour seems to have parties in the back garden. Don't ask me why. Apologies in advance. There is music playing. So one thing I did want to touch in this video was the quality of European models versus what we get in the UK. So as far as I'm aware, this is what Piko would class as like sort of a budget model. Piko themselves aren't really the most detailed model company, you know, when compared to like Loco and Trix, speaking from the European perspective. However, what you get here for £40, obviously that's second hand, but that's like new, so I can't imagine it costing a lot more for this model, brand new. But what you get is a lot more than what Hornby churn out in their railroad range. Example being, both bogies are powered. It's got a heavy motor. It's got 4 sprung working pantographs that are better than the ones that come on the Class 87 from Hornby. Working lights, it's just great. So let's open it up and get into it. So it's just a pretty basic box. Writing's in German, so don't ask me on that. I'll just put it to the side. So this comes in like a sort of ice block type packaging, and you get lots of stuff from Piko. So this is sort of like a catalogue with all locomotives. It's nice to have a flick through. More Piko stuff. Again, I mean, look at that, an ice train. I do really want to get an ice unit for the new layout. Just phenomenal pieces of kit. And then here's about this particular locomotive. So how to take the body off, the motor. So as you can tell straight away, it's a central mounted motor. I don't know if this is DCC ready. I hope it is, because it'll come in useful. But not too sure on that one. And last but not least is your warranty from Piko. Again, I don't have a clue, it's all in German. So, as I've just previously mentioned, I'm not too sure whether this is DCC ready or not. the box, as I say, is in German, and I've just not looked at it that much, to be fair. It's something that I'll need for the new layout, but it's not imperative right now, especially while we've got no progress going on. So to get it out, it's just a simple lid, and then there's just a base for the loco to come out of, and if you just slip it out, and that is what you get. So taking a brief look at it, you've got 4 pantographs. I believe that's because in mainland Europe they have various different forms of overhead electrification, so like DC, AC, different voltages, so that's why there's that many pantographs. But this is what I love about this model. Sprung pantographs that are some form of metal, not too sure which, but they just feel quality. Every single one's the same as well. I mean, although they are slightly fiddly, they're not horrendous, and they just have a quality feel to them, and it's just something that we don't see in this country. Pantographs seem to be either really overscaled or poor or over-engineered, and this is just so simple. I mean, if the Class 87, the newer version, I'm not going on about the cross pantograph, the cross-armed pantograph, but if the like Virgin Intercity liveried 87s came with these pantographs, we'd all be happy. But they just don't seem to do it, and this is a budget model, and they clip down fairly simple as well. And then you've, as he says, and you've got all this detail on the top as well, to do with the electrification. As I say, I'm no expert on these things, but absolutely phenomenal. Buffers, these aren't sprung. Again, it's a budget model, but I mean, you've got proper windscreen wipers there. They're not scratches in the glass like Hornby do. See, it's got its European couplers still. And you've got all this finely printed locomotive information. I mean, you've even got brake discs on the wheels. You don't see that either on budget Hornby models. So, all in all, it's a really nice bit of kit. I mean, giveaways that it's a budget and stuff like that, that's pretty basic in the middle. But other than that, I mean, you've got all-wheel pickup. It is fairly heavy. Every wheel's powered. You have working lights. It's just a lovely bit of kit. I'm not going to go into vast amounts of detail with it, just because I don't know a lot about it. So it's sort of a bit of a what you see, what you get. But I just think it's really nice to see that models can be made like this for a decent price. And why Hornby are producing Deltics using Lima's old tooling for £100 is just beyond me. So we'll get this on the track, see how it runs, and wrap this one up. So the model is now on the test track, and let's give it some power and see what happens. Just before we get started, I will add that the track that I'm using here is track that I've had for 10 years plus. It's not brilliant, it's never been on a layout, it's literally just spare track. I used to put it up in the living room when I was a kid, so it's not 110%, but still it should be enough. When you talk about smooth running now, that is what I'm on about. Absolutely fantastic. Really nice and smooth. It's not got a screaming Ringfield motor in it. It could pull significant length train. If you can just go over here, so you can get one of the lights as it comes past. So I think you did just get them there. They're not fantastic lights, I'll be honest with you, but it has lights, it has working lights, and it's something that you do not get on 99% of railroad models, let alone anything that costs £40 from Hornby, £50, 60, whatever. So it's coming around again. It will take some getting used to for me filming on the floor, so I do apologise. And then just again round the bend. So yeah, that's it. That is the Piko Class 189 Euro Sprinter locomotive. Look how smooth it can run on really dodgy track as well. So it just says how good it would be on a proper layout. So we'll just fix the camera to have one last look of it. Overall, for what it is, I'd say it's absolutely fantastic. I will be getting more of these, and I'll definitely be getting more European stuff as well. No, it's not to everyone's taste, but it's to my taste, and that's all that matters really, isn't it? So, overall, cracking model if you can get one, and it being European isn't the be-all end-all, definitely do it. As I say, I can't knock it at all. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.